Hello everyone, Jonathan here with Bridge City Tai Chi Club, and today's topic is qigong alignment. So let's get started. Qigong, although it's been around for thousands of years and has many different styles, there is a basic purpose for doing the different styles of qigong, and that basic purpose is to open the body. To open the blood vessels, to open the joints, to open the different systems of the body so that the body can function naturally. Now, in order to do that, you need to rely on a principle called song. And song oftentimes is translated as sink, but that's not really a clear definition. A lot of people just interpret sinking as lowering the body, and that's not what it is. A better definition for song is to release. To release downward would be sinking, but you can also release outward, you can release upward. So in order to open the body, you need to release. In order to optimize release, you need to have proper structure. So I'm going to use the 3 swings exercises to demonstrate this. So what you'll typically see in a qigong exercise is something like this. Standing with your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and then oftentimes people will just push to one side and using the axis of the hip, turn the hip. Push to the other side, turn the hip. So what you end up with is something like this. This is incorrect. In fact, if you see somebody doing this, I would be very skeptical, especially if they start talking about energy flow. Because basically what's happening by pushing to the side and twisting your body like this, your knee is pointing off in that direction, your foot's pointing off in that direction, you're twisting. Your hips pointing off in that direction, your shoulders pointing off in that direction. So you end up with your joints going like that when they should be going like that. That puts a lot of twisting pressure on your body and doesn't allow your natural structure to release downward or upward or outward. You're doing it's like kinking the hose and not allowing flow, and thus you're actually creating tension instead of releasing tension. So proper structure creates optimal release, and optimal release creates openness in the body, and that's the general purpose of doing qigong, no matter what system that you do. So instead, let's focus on starting in a preparatory stance. Suspend the head, which is releasing upward. Relax the chest, the abdomen, and sink into this area of your body. Forget the hips as an axis point. This is called the qua, the inside of the hip, and it opens and closes like a hinge. So from here, by being suspended and releasing downward, your whole upper body sits into the pelvic girdle, sits into there. And now, when you shift to one side, instead of pushing off and going to that side, you simply want to close this qua and sit onto that foot. Sit onto that foot. So now your shoulders, your hips, your knees, toes, relax this leg. Don't bow it out, don't collapse it in. So from here, just sit onto this foot. Now, everything is alignment, and you can release. From here, push straight down and come back to center and sit onto the other side. Again, shoulders, hips, knees, toes, all in proper alignment. So push straight down, don't roll your feet, pressure straight down and come back to center. So this motion, even if you do it subtly, starts to create the first swing. So now you're able to maximize release because your structure is proper and you're not twisting up. Your knees, toes, hips, everything in alignment, as opposed to pushing off to one side and turning your hips. You can see the difference. You're collapsed here, collapsed there, and disconnected here. So again, sit, sit, sit. It's called sit down, stand up. So this is the first swing. Good. Second swing, you use your quad as well, but this time you open the quad that you sink onto. So from here, same. Suspend the head top, relax. Everything is always the same from preparatory stance. And this time you sit onto the substantial leg, but close the opposite quad. So you're sinking song quad, but closing this one. Push straight down, come back to center, sit onto the substantial leg, close the other quad. So it becomes like this, and the hands go to the midsection, as in the beginning they go to the kidney. So it looks like this. Again, from here, knees and toes are in alignment, shoulders and hips are in alignment, head is suspended, everything can sink, everything can release, 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 release. It's this motion of pushing down and spiraling back to center and spiraling down the sink that actually creates the arm motion. So you can completely release your arms. You're not moving your arms. The motion is moving your arms. And that's how you can optimize release. The next one is up. So this one, instead of starting up and sitting into the quad, you start down and you close the quad that you're going to, the leg that you're going to. So close this quad and your body's rising up, but again, internally, you're releasing downward. You're releasing, but staying in alignment. So now my hips, shoulders are in alignment, my knees and toes. And you sit and up to the other side. Sit up, sit up, sit up. And what happens to the hands is they start, the motion again starts to go like that. So again, you're keeping your shoulders and hips. You're still going off in this direction. You're just not twisting on this axis of your hips. You're closing your quad, your knees, everything stays in alignment. Good. This is also the same motion for, I'm sure you've seen the tapping exercise. People do this. Again, pushing side to side and rolling on the foot and twisting the legs is not the proper way to do it. The same motion that you use for this is the same motion that you use for tapping. So you start down, rise up. This time just direct your arms to where you want to go. Right below the collarbone and right on the small of the back. So tapping would look like this then. And notice my knees and hips and toes are all in alignment, shoulders in alignment. They're staying in alignment through the motion, and it's the spiraling up, spiraling down that create the motion for the arms. As opposed to doing this, just give them a little direction. They're completely relaxed. So if you see people doing, you see instructors just twisting and not explaining the proper alignment of the body, I would be skeptical, and especially if they start talking about energy flow, because there's no way you're going to get internal energy flow when you're kinking the hose, so to speak, twisting the body, and it's bad for your joints. Your knee pointing that way, your toe pointing that way. Your knee's meant to bend like this. It's not meant to go like, it's not meant to twist. So again, here, you're still turning to the side, but you're closing the quad. Close the quad. So just to review, first swing, go to the leg that you're going to. Second swing, close the opposite quad. And third swing, start down, go up. Also for tapping. Here, third swing, and tapping. Good. I hope that clarifies some things. I'm going to be doing a series of more basics, and I'll probably do the long form, the Young style family long form. So if you found this informative, do all the things, subscribe, like, share, comment, all that stuff. But most importantly, keep on training. Jonathan out.